Hello, beautiful people! In 2023, the PVM meta changed, so for anyone getting back into the game, let's talk about PVM a little bit. We're not going in deep, just the tips. 5 things that I think you should know if you're looking to give PVM a go. You're an absolute legend, so I know you can do it. That's enough rhymes, let's get down to it. If you're not used to getting intimate with your target, shooting your shot, and handling a big stick, using melee range and magic, then let me tell you about the baby legend's best friend, Necromancy. Necromancy is easier to use, does big booty DPS without having to use like 800 abilities and 40 switches, and it's affordable. Like, really affordable. You should use Necromancy to kick butt and take names basically anywhere you want, and you can learn to PVM with very low death costs. PVM has literally never been easier with this super buffed, totally not tough, hard to scuff combat style. Speaking of Necromancy, shields are so 2022. It's out with the old and in with the new. Goodbye shield switches, hello Bone Shield. Bone Shield allows you to use defensive abilities without putting on a shield. You toggle it on once, and as long as you have Necromancy runes in your inventory or on you, whenever that's an option, you'll be able to use those beefy tanky boy abilities like Barricade and Resonance by just clicking the ability. Now, there are 2 versions of Bone Shield, but size doesn't really matter here. Lesser is like having a tier 30 shield at level 120 Necromancy, and greater is like having a tier 60 shield. Now, no, neither of those are high level shields, but trust me, you'll be fine almost anywhere. Remember, always use protection. And yes, just to be clear, you can use Bone Shield with any combat style. Speaking of things that come from Necromancy that can be used for any combat style, I've been around the block a time or two in Gielinor, and I can confidently say that most bosses look better with the lights down low. Especially the Chaos Elemental. Look at it. If Animate Dead won't help you and you're not using darkness while PVMing, stop what you're doing and run. Don't walk to complete the Tomes of the Warlock quest. If you're a salty ranger who has been getting absolutely bodied by bosses with no access to Animate Dead, just kidding, kind of. We love rangers, but also ouchies. Then you're going to want to make sure that you activate darkness. It's going to give you a 20% chance to dodge incoming attacks and last 12 minutes. That's 6 more minutes than we need to finish most boss fights. Darkness does not work at Ambassador or Racial, and some mechanics at Virago and Solak are not affected, but that's a small list, so turn off the lights and go stomp some bosses like the absolute legend that you are. Okay, I know we're supposed to be friends with the dead and all, but these conjures ain't cheap. The adrenaline cost of conjuring while in combat is too dang high. Is this going to get changed? Probably, maybe. I don't know, I'd sure like them to change it. But right now, what you need to know is that conjuring outside of combat is free 99. So how do we capitalize on this information? Wow, what a great question. If you drop a target while in combat, you're considered not in combat until you pick up a new target. Okay, cool, but what does that mean in normal words? If you kill something, you can conjure for free until you click on another enemy. So, find space in your next boss fight to conjure your battle buddies for free instead of using life transfer to extend their duration and hurting yourself in the process. An example is going to be if you conjure after you kill a corner boy and next the minions before you click on her again. Okay, let's be real. Necromancy actually has turned combat upside down and all around. And right now, prices for range, magic, and melee gear are at an all-time low, for the most part. If you have ever wanted to get better or best in slot gear for any combat style, now is the time to do it. Before they remove hit caps and everything goes absolutely crazy. If they do. The Forgotten Staff of Ashley, the Fractured Staff of Armadale, the Fasoa, the Crit Stick, the Water Rune Destroyer, whatever you want to call it. It's about 1.6 billion. A little under, actually, which is insane. The Bulge, I'm sorry, both the Last Guardian is still kind of pricey, but everything else is pretty affordable compared to before. A Saren Godbow is like 1.5 billion, ECB is like 750 million. You get the point. and Melee has been cheap compared to the other styles for some time now. I have been working on the next log recently, and I'll tell you what, those next drops, tier 80 power armor, sell for basically nothing. Yes, we're still talking about quite a bit of money for a lot of baby legends, but many big ticket items are at the cheapest they've ever been or have been in years. So go farm some GP and get ready for future buffs to other styles before the prices go back up. And that's it. These are just a few things to keep in mind when you're boss stomping and when you're planning to go boss stomping. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, share, and most importantly, be kind to one another. See you next time, friends!